If they ever bring back the play Cats to Broadway, I know of a couple actors and or makeup artists that could easily get a job. Douglas versus Powell, a matchup of undefeated teams in the 3A state championship game. First quarter, Powell wearing the white and on defense. They have Austin Matthews on the run. Zach Thompson kept his prey in sight, and the senior would move in for the kill. A 10-yard loss, and the tone of this game was set early. In a game like this, it was just a matter of waiting to see which team made the first mistake. Corey Haney's going to get stripped by Blake Sanderson. Logan Barker scoops up the loose ball, and he's going to get himself a pretty good return on this play. Credit to Hayden Crago. He was able to shake off a blocker and make the touchdown-saving tackle, but not before Barker picked up 46 yards down to the Panther 28-yard line, and Douglas had themselves an opportunity. On the next play, they would cash in quickly. Matthews is looking over the middle, and it was only fitting that Barker would finish the job that he started. He was open behind two defenders, a perfect throw and catch, touchdown Bearcats, and they led 7-0 after the first 12 minutes. Second quarter, a really bad punt allowed the two-time defending state champs to start a drive inside the red zone. They went for it on fourth down at the 12, but Lane George will deny access into the end zone. This was a matchup of the top two overall defenses in the state, Class 3A, and the second and third best overall defenses in the state in all classes. And for a while, it was the D for the boys in blue that was starting to dominate. Dalton Bergener busts through the line and gets his hands on Crago first. Garrett Boner gets the assist. You could tell who had the momentum at this point in the game. On the offensive side, Douglas also had a dangerous weapon in Barker, the second best rusher in the state Class 3A and the third best rusher in the state in all classes. This run was good for 47 yards down to the 10-yard line. He had 121 yards on the ground in this game, and he has his team in striking distance once again. The Panther defense needed to wake up quickly. Thompson's going to push aside a blocker and introduce Matthews into the ground. The Bearcats tried to rush the field goal unit out, but the clock expired on them, and they had one timeout left. Too late. The score would stay at 7-0 going into halftime. Third quarter, more defense. It was the theme of this game. Crago had pretty good protection to start with until Bay Parks was able to break through and chase him down for the sack. As long as there are a number of defensive highlights, most fans and teams don't mind a low-scoring game. Powell needed to get the offense going, though, but this was not one of the better plays. Crago put way too much air on that pass, and Tyler Picard was just waiting for that interception. He got a decent return, but a holding call nullified the yardage he gained. But at least his team had the ball. Now the boys in blue had to do something with it. Matthews was looking downfield for a receiver. No one is open yet, and stepping up into the pocket was a bad idea. Thompson with the initial hit, and Riley Stringer will finish the play. Douglas went 3 and out on the possession and had to punt the ball away. It took 2 plays, and the Panther offense finally showed up. Crago threw a number of long bombs, and this is one of the few that eventually worked. He has Callie Smith on the run for 49 yards, dives, and he makes it in for the touchdown. They needed that one. PAT good. Now we have ourselves a ball game tied up at 7. The Bearcats knew they had to respond because the momentum was shifting the other way. Matthews had a target, but it was Carter Baxter with a great snag and takeaway. He'll bring the ball back to the 23 and give his team great field position heading into the final 12 minutes. Fourth quarter, first play. This was one for the highlight reel because it was not drawn out to go the way it did. Crago would roll the dice, and Lady Luck was on his side. This pass will get knocked around, and Brendan Pfister was in the right place at the right time to catch the deflection. Let's slow it down and take another look at it. It's hard to tell who bobbled it first. Then again, if I'm Douglas, I don't want to know. PAT no good. Powell now leads 13-7. Things were not getting any better for the boys in blue. That screen was too high. Ryan Farrow has himself an interception, but his team could not do anything with the turnover. 3 and out and punt, so the Bearcats had another chance. They would make the most of it, and it was not easy. Matthews wanted Chance Miller the entire time, and he's got him for a 25-yard pickup. Miller took quite a shot at the end of the play, but he was all right, and business would continue. Douglas was showing why they had the #1 passing offense in the state Class 3A. Matthews wants Miller again. The two seniors hook up for the equalizer, 20 yards and a score. PAT blocked, however. This game is deadlocked again at 13-all. The Panthers tried to open up the playbook and try to trick, but the boys in blue did not fall for it. Halfback option, Haney will throw into triple coverage. That usually results in a pick, and Tanner Gamble will come up with the ball. There's still 2 minutes on the clock. That is plenty of time. If this game was not tense before, it is now. Matthews was trying to make something happen. He has 2 receivers deep, but Craigo was standing in between them for an interception of his own. 48 minutes was not enough for these teams. They wanted more, and they would get it in overtime. As for the snow, it was not bothering anybody. Fans were dancing and cheering because they know what championship football is all about. Douglas would get the ball first. 4th and goal at the 1. Matthews tries to sneak it in. Hard to tell with all the bodies in the way, but the line judge said no. The line would hold. Now it's Powell's turn. 3rd and goal at the 2. Craigo with his own sneak. He's behind number 99. No signal yet. Once the line judge found the ball, he was quick to raise his hands. Touchdown and ball game. It was a hard-fought battle on both sides throughout, and that's how a good championship game needs to play out. Final score, Panthers win 19-13. Powell would three-peat as state champs to cap off an 11-0 season and have now won 28 straight games.